Bit of the Iowa practices. He's always been the big 125-pounder, carries a lot of, range in his body, and Klimara really quick, lightning quick. These matches before have been all Gilman, though, so Gilman a heavy favorite in this bout and potentially a bonus point situation for the Hawks.
Klimara, a very interesting story. He was dismissed from the team in 2014 after the NCAAs, had a little run-in with the law, but got his life in order, and that's what Coach John Smith does so well. He stayed with him, the university stayed with him, and he's worked his way back onto the team and into being an All-American for the first time last year.
I got to tell you, with that radiant heat right now, with that sun, clear skies here in Iowa City, I mean, this is just perfect weather. And, middle of the season, this, weight's not necessarily a factor, but these first couple weigh-ins, it really is getting acclimated, and I think this cooler weather is actually going to be beneficial for the athletes not getting tired, and we're going to see really good action.
Thomas Gilman for the Iowa Hawkeyes in the black singlet and the green ankle band. Eddie Klimara for the orange and black, with the Cowboys in the red ankle band. You noticed Jeff Cook, the official, he's got a red ankle band around his left and a green ankle band around his right wrist, and he'll signify points that way.
Those are football officiating uniforms. the wide stripes.
Very appropriate.
Yeah.
Very appropriate. As we're in the south end zone at Kinnick Stadium, over 40,000 tickets already sold. We'll tell you at halftime the total number of tickets sold, but it's amazing.
Easily over half of the stadium filled.
And then the game tonight, the Iowa Hawkeyes undefeated, going up against their rival Minnesota, trying to become 10-0 for the first time in history of the football program. Sold out, 70,000 plus tonight. Over 110,000 fans going in and out of the turnstiles of Kinnick today in one day. What a weekend at the University of Iowa.
So far, this has been a good period for Klimara. Remember, he's been dominated. There's a whip-over situation there for Gilman, but Gilman likes to attack that left leg of Klimara. All right, he can go both sides, but his preferred side is that back leg, and he's having trouble getting over to it. So this is, I'm sure that there's been a lot of scouting. Now Gilman has nice head position. He's going to snap around to the other side, but Klimara from Oklahoma State doing a pretty good job of squaring up. Talk a little bit about this mat, a special mat. No, nice ankle pick there by Klimara. Now follows it up with a double leg shot. But there's the strength of Gilman, scrambling all the way through. But this mat is a special mat that does have, it's pliable. It's got a hard surface to it. It's in 6-foot sections. And the floor of Kinnick Stadium is normally heated to, above freezing. So they got a heat source to it, so that is not an issue.
Well, we've got a heat source with that sun in our eyes here, Jim. And
black mat, too, yeah. It's awesome. Nice tried an ankle pick. Now Gilman's got an opportunity, but notice how Klimara was able to come over the top of that ankle pick with his his left elbow, able to block that off.
15 seconds, we'll see what Gilman has here, because certainly Klimara controlling the pace that he likes here in the first period. If he can get out with no score, it'll be big.
Yeah, he comes over the top of that ankle pick again with an overhook. Now he's into a whizzer situation. We're able to put the leg in against two.
2 points with 1.5 seconds left.
Yeah, that's the range. That is the range of Thomas Gilman, okay? Able to go ahead and put that leg in. You see it, take a look at the replay. He reaches to it, and see Klimara's over the top with that whizzer, but just puts that leg in, grabs the ankle, picks it up high, and that's the way you put that leg in. Grab that near ankle, pick it up high. 2-point takedown for Gilman. Unanswered points at the end of the period.
Gilman will choose down to begin the second period in this first match at 125 pounds. That's where we started. We're just getting started at Kinnick Stadium. Oklahoma State, Iowa, 2 most storied programs in the history of college wrestling going at it early on. It never happens.
Gilman not quite out yet. Now he gets the escape. Again, will Klimara be able to stay on the offense, be able to get low, or will this turn into a kind of a head-stamping fest where Gilman's able to stuff the head and get the angle he likes?
What's the difference mentally, Jim, if Klimara would have been able to go the first period without giving up the takedown? It's just huge.
It just turns it into a 4-minute match, and I think that's, again, an advantage that you can just hang around. But right now, he stuffed the head again. Again, every time that Gilman goes, he's going to stuff the head. And I was impressed with him when I was in the practice room yesterday, just the way he was drilling. And this 40,000 fans are
Stalling.
coming alive here. Nothing's changed from Carver as far as getting those calls, and the crowd knows when to respond.
That's a warning stalling and a second warning because he was called for stalling on the mat, and then Jeff Cook, the official, called him for backing out of the circle, not trying to get back to the center. So that's 2 calls inside 10 seconds. A warning, and then the second call, a point.
Well, if you see the way he went off the mat, he went directly back, and that's a new rule change. And clarification there. That score is now 4-0. That's not going to change.
Let's go.
Good look at Coach Brands.
Both Brands, Tom and Terry. Terry, the associate head coach. Both world champions. Tom Brands, 3-time NCAA champion and Olympic champion. 10th year at Iowa as the head coach.
Well, that's just as good as getting 2 takedowns in the first period. That action right there with the escape. And you see Klimara, he's going to try to attack the low leg. And now Gilman with that outstanding reach he has, but he gets over to the far side, and this is about ready to turn into a rout.
And now with 20 seconds left, he's going to keep him on the mat right here, but he's having it his way. We're talking about Gilman out in front 6-0, having it his way.
Well, you know what? A great adjustment by Gilman's part. He went to his weak side, which is the left side, but when he went to finish, he finished on his strong side. Got over to the other side of the body, and crowd appreciates that.
Thomas Gilman for Iowa out in front 6-0. He'll start on the top now. Klimara will choose down to begin the third period, trailing 6-0.
I think that this is a situation where you want to try to go ahead and secure the 8 points, minimum of 8 points. So I look for Gilman to not spend a lot of time worrying about riding time right here.
Jim talking about the extra point that comes with a major decision, winning by 8 or more points. And now the technical fall, 15 points, where the match is terminated, does not have to have near fall points, and so you get 2 extra points if you get a 15-point spread on your opponent. Right now, Thomas Gilman got about 20 seconds of riding time, so he's looking to build up that riding time.
He's doing a nice job with the spiral ride. You notice how he gets that left elbow of his opponent out. When you get that elbow out, you can grab the wrist. Klimara really kind of content. You know, this is an event, you know what the situation is. You know you don't want to give bonus points up. You're bound in the match. You know, this is a situation where Gilman now is going to cut now that he's got 50 seconds of riding time.
50 seconds of riding time. When he takes him down, he'll get the extra riding time. And boy, is Gilman stalking Klimara.
Well, he is. He's waiting for that weak shot. If he gets the weak shot, he's going to drift to his right. He's best when he's moving to his right, attacking that left leg. That's his strong suit, but what I see from him right now is he's willing to go to both sides.
Gilman's paid his dues too. He did not wrestle as a redshirt freshman. He lost the starting job to Corey Clark, and so he came out last year as a sophomore, now a junior, but an All-American last year in his first year in the lineup. Yeah, very accomplished worldwide as well in freestyle.
Klimara's getting a little bit long in the pitch count. It's the same motion, it's the same attack every time, and the penetration is not quite there the way it was in the beginning, so you can kind of see he's a little bit, it's not necessarily gas, but he's flustered that he can't get to a leg.
For the major, for the extra point and 4 points for the team, Gilman needs to take Klimara down here prior to the 22nd mark and ride him out. He's on the ankle.
Yep, he's on the ankle. He's got his shoulder below the knees, looking for the far ankle. Klimara reaching back into the crowd, trying to create it's going to be a potentially dangerous situation. Actually, Klimara put himself in that position, and referee Jeff Cook. And I like the wide stripes. Look at those wide stripes there, those officials.
There's a job to do by Klimara right here because he's in a position not to give up that extra point.
Yeah, stuffed ahead again. This is easy position for Gilman to score. He's just so efficient in here. Gathered up.
He gets to 2, and it's going to be close. Yes, he's going to get the riding time.
Yeah, he keeps him down here. Klimara's got it coming up to his feet, but Gilman drops in.
Here comes the count. 1, He'll get a warning, but he has not been warned.
Yep, he'll get the warning right here. Now, Klimara.
You can't stay down on the legs for more than 5 seconds or you'll get warned. Next time it'll be stall.
Well,
but it didn't matter. 5 seconds left.
Well, this is the part of the rule that maybe many people have not anticipated. Gilman can just drop down. No, you don't want to see. This is where, those are team point issues here.
Boy, that's really stupid on Gilman's part.
You shove a guy like that, and somehow the Oklahoma State coaching staff is getting warned. Team points are at a premium here in a match like this, and we both saw where he pushed Klimara down, ironically after a stall call on Gilman.
Been all Gilman, done a tremendous job of controlling the pace here.
No question about it.
What a beautiful match he's had.
Good question, no question about it. Just the unnecessary stuff at the end, but I think he's going to be pretty happy with his performance.
Yep, the major. The extra point, 9-1 with riding time. Thomas Gilman gets the Hawks off to a big start. Iowa 4, Oklahoma State 0.